Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. I'm pooped after last night. Still buzzing though. Absolutely amazing. It's just coming up about 10:30, I think it is. Had a little bit of a lazy morning because my legs were hurting. However, I did plan on going to the zoo yesterday. I then decided last night that no, I was too pooped. But sitting there this morning, I don't want to waste a day, so I am going to head off to Zoo Tampa today. It opened at 9:30. I'm going to be up there. I'm only about 5 minutes around the corner, so I'm going to head up there now. And it's open till 4 o'clock. So effectively, I'm going to have about 5 hours in there, which I think is plenty to do the zoo. So yeah, really looking forward to it. I made it to Zoo Tampa. It wasn't far from the apartment. I think it was 2 miles. So I've had to pay $7 now to park at Zoo Tampa, which is a new thing. Last time I came, it was free. But you can use the pay by phone app that we use in the UK, so it's really easy. Just registered my car and added my car and paid it. So I'm just walking over to Zoo Tampa now. So just seeing this, the park is actually open until 5 o'clock, not 4, so I've got an extra hour. I am at the entrance to Zoo Tampa, so they have a new sign since last time I was here. Looks quite funky. So I wonder if you've got any new pins. You can pre-book tickets. I haven't pre-booked tickets, so I'm going to pay on the door. I think it's $51, $52. I'll let you know in a second. Yeah, so just looking up there, for a day at the zoo is $51.95, so $52. So yeah, that was $51 to get in, about £37 I think it came out to. I've also booked a clouded leopard experience, which was $25. So what's that? About 20 quid I think? So yeah, be interesting to see them. So no real plans other than just wander and see what's around. So in front of me I've got a sign to Africa, Asia, Australia and the primates. So I'm going to go that way. So first enclosure is the tapir. I can just see him down there, look. Oh, it looks like a baby one. So this is the Malaysian tiger. I think it might be a bit cold for him. I can't see him out in his enclosure, so it might be a little bit cold, but I'll wait for it to warm up for a bit and then come back. Looks like a cow. It's probably not a cow. It is a... no, it's a lowland anoa. So this is the sun bear enclosure. Again, can't see him out at the moment. It might be a little too nippy for them. We'll see. Again, another massive enclosure. Huge enclosure. Hope to see some animals today. So this is the greater one-horned rhino. And he's just there, look. A bit closer. So there's one there. If you can see that, there's one there. There's also one just over there as well in that enclosure. So far it's lovely and quiet. I think I've seen 2 other people. So yeah, fingers crossed it will stay like this most of the day. I think a lot of people probably won't come out because of the cold. Look at him, crocodile with a funky snout. He is, hang on, he is an Indian gharial. Look at that snout. Just chilling in the sun. Oh, there's no one there, I didn't see him. So in here is binturong. Not sure I've ever seen one of these before. But it says there, look, if you can't find me, look at the rocks. So if you can see the waterfall and the rocks, he is just up there, look. Curled up asleep. In the sun. I don't blame him. I'm going to head around now towards Florida. So this is a map of the Florida habitats. So it's got the Zoo Ventures Theatre, the Stingray Bay, Sounders Theatre, the Manatee Centre, Manatee Critical Care Centre, and right up the top it's got the Animal Care Campus. So yeah, there's bears, panthers, flamingos, skunks, all sorts. And actually see the other rhino a bit better through here. Again, another one having his breakfast. So in here is the red wolf. There's actually 2 of them running around. There's one directly in front of me, and the other one's just over here behind this tree. I'm heading towards the Florida Wildlife Centre. I believe the manatees are up here, so I'm going to go, if I remember rightly, the manatees had a lovely enclosure, so I'm going to sit and watch the manatees for a bit. Before I do that, there is another red wolf, look, just sitting on the top of his rock. So I'm here at the Manatee Centre. There's a few manatees in here. There's one just down here in amongst the food. You can just see the food moving. Just see a little nose poking out. There's actually another one just over there. There? Yeah, there, I think. I can see him. I'm not sure how many's in here. I know before they used to have a underwater viewing area, so hopefully they've still got that and I can go down. So there's a manatee just directly in front of me. Just see the little nose causing ripples. Not too sure if you can see it over there. Look, they're just doing some sort of check on one of the manatees. Bless it. Look, I'm guessing like whether it be a move it for rehabilitate it, or yeah, look, you can just see him moving it over. Oh, bless it. That's cool. You very rarely actually see that. But just looking at this pool here, there's actually 3 in here. These are 3 rescued manatees. There's 2 swimming around in the middle, and there's one over to the left by the gate, just gone inside there. But yeah, these are rescued manatees, and the guy was just saying that I don't know, the third one is there. The guy was saying they feed them 20 boxes of lettuce a day. That's insane. Although I have just heard, or have just been told as well, unfortunately the underwater viewing is being remodelled at the moment, so it's out of action, which is a shame. So also just been told that these are actually babies, so they're less than a year old, bless them. So yeah, orphans and being rescued. But that's a shame. The manatee underwater area is closed, but it is being refurbed, so it just means I'll have to come back at some point. So yeah, I was just talking to the guy here about the manatees, and he said they are this Larry Park Zoo, or Zoo Tampa as it's called now, is one of the top 3 in Florida for rescuing manatees, which is pretty impressive. They do some really good work. It looks like the stingray shores is out of order as well. That's a shame. I guess it's the time of year though, right? So he's just up here, he's just tiny little Komodo dragon. I was expecting a big one. So there's a family of orangutans here. I believe they've got a baby. But I'm not sure on that. So baby is now sitting up there with mum, having a bit of food. Cute. You can just see him moving around. Dad is hiding over there under the blanket, and mum is up there trying to cover herself and baby up too. So baby, just see to the left of mum moving about having food. You can see baby better from here. Obviously the camera doesn't do it justice because it hasn't got a great zoom on it, but yeah, you can just see baby sitting on the edge. In here we got the baboons. The one sitting up there on the thing, he's a big boy. On the little island there, they did have lemurs when I was over in the orangutans. I could see them, but they appear to have gone in. This is the Siamang gibbons, but I can't see them out anywhere either, so it must be too cold for everybody. So the Florida section I was in earlier was a dead end, so I'm going to head back round into the other part of Florida, and that's where I've got to pick up my tour as well. But yeah, so I'm going to go and have a look at the rest of it, at the panthers and all sorts. So this is the Florida wild section. It's got the Florida panthers, the bears, wolves, crocs, or alligators. The bear is down there under the bench having a little nap, which I don't blame him, to be honest. And also here is the Florida panther. He's having a nap too. I don't blame him sitting in the sun, because it's really cold in the shade. I actually thought panthers were bigger than that, as in Florida panthers. I don't know what made me think that, but I thought they were. This brings me back round to the other side of the manatee area, where I was earlier, which will be cool, because you can go up there and have a look at them in the water, so I'll go around there in a second. I have just noticed though, look, there's a bald eagle in there. There's 2 of them. They're cool. So this was the pool I saw them earlier doing the work with the manatee. You can just see him in the middle, look, here. So yeah, they lifted him out of the water to do like checks on him and stuff like that. So it was quite cool. Well, if I'd have known, I'd have come around here and have been able to see it from this side. Hopefully, when I come back, if I come back later, I might be able to see it again. So just talking to the staff here, and this manatee here, bless her, has got, she was struck by a boat and she got cracked ribs, and it's caused air in her belly to float up. So basically she swims lopsided at the moment, but they can't do anything until she heals. She's perfectly healthy apart from the cracked ribs, but yeah, bless her, she swims around on her side. So yeah, the manatee there I was just talking about. So yeah, she was struck by a boat. It's fractured her ribs and punctured her lungs. So because of that, she's got air in her body basically, and these guys here have drained it, but it keeps filling back up. But they reckon she'll heal eventually. Yeah, because she's got the crap ribs and the extra air in her body, she floats around on her side, bless her. But she seems healthy enough. She was eating quite well. She's got a baby as well. So yeah, it's just sad. But the guys here know what they're doing, and they're doing all their work. So now it's about 10 to 1. My tour is at 1, so I've just arrived. So I'm off to do the Clouded Leopard experience. I say it was $25. I'm not sure what it entails. I know it's meeting well, I don't know it's a meeting, but I know it's going behind the scenes and up close with a clouded leopard. Fascinated by wildcats. Things like lions, tigers, and obviously this is the smaller variety. So as part of the Clouded Leopard experience, we are doing some enrichment for them. So I've got a little tube here, I'll show you. So I've got the plastic tube, and I've stuffed it full of hay. So the hay has apparently come from the porcupine enclosure. It will give them smells and everything like that for them to interact with. So yes, this is my Clouded Leopard enrichment. So these are the items that the other people on the tour made. So ladies said they're going to put some treats or some mice and bits in there for them.
It's pretty fun to watch with enrichment because you can like see his brain working. You can see those wheels are turning behind his eyeballs. Especially when it's like up in different areas. He's always looking around, assessing how he's going to get up there. He's one that's really fun to jump up and grab things as well. Now Yim is pretty big compared to these girls and their mom, who is really, really tiny. But they range typically 30 up to 60 pounds or so. We usually weigh in pigs, so I can't tell you exactly their weight because I don't transfer in my head very easily, but his adaptations and his body parts, because they are so big. So look at those paws.
Yeah.
They're pretty big, right? Reminds me of like a young German Shepherd when they have those awkwardly big paws to their little bodies. They haven't grown into them yet. Well, these cats are arboreal, so they like to be up in the trees. So that those big paws are going to help with some more surface area to be up in those areas and be on the trees. Also, this long tail he has. Clouded leopards have the longest tail in comparison to body size for cats, and that's going to be for balance when he's up in the trees. They're going to rotate their ankles completely backwards so that they can climb straight up and down trees like squirrels. And then, of course, now he's going to show them off, but not show them up close to you guys. But you watch those teeth if he starts shredding, because he has canine teeth. That can be big, like about 2 to 3 inches. It can be as big as a tiger's. Now, even though these guys might be smaller compared to a tiger, they are the smallest of the big cat species. So there are 7 big cat species, this being the smallest one. And even though they're small, they are mighty. So these guys are ambush hunters. They're going to hang out up in the trees and wait for some unexpected mammal or rodent to go underneath them before they pounce. Shagoo does tend to look a little darker. One's tail is fluffier than the other as well. They definitely, Shagoo acts more like Yim. She acts more like her mom.
So I have just finished on my Clouded Leopard experience. That was really cool actually. So we got to build the enrichment for them, and then they put the enrichment and put them in. We did have to wear masks. Apparently I didn't know this. So Clouded Leopards can get flu and COVID and like human diseases basically. So we had to wear masks. But he came right up to close. Obviously we're not allowed to touch him because he is classed as a big cat. But the one they were feeding, he was called Yim, him and his 2 daughters. Yim came right to the front. We put all the enrichments that people made in with Yim's enclosure, and he went round and had a sniff through them and picked bits out of them. It was really good actually. For $25 you can't really go wrong. So that's that done now. So I'm going to go off and explore the rest of the zoo. Heading around now to the Africa exhibits. So here you've got the elephants, elephants, giraffes, hippo, rhino. There's also penguins just over here on my left, so I'm going to see them first. There's a encounter just about to go on, hence all the penguins heading across that way. I don't think I showed you a map of the whole zoo yet, so obviously I've done most of the Florida wilds, I've done the primates, done Asia. I haven't done Australia or Africa yet. It's quite a big zoo actually. So in Africa I've come into one of the restaurants. I've just to sit for a bit. Knees are hurting a little, but while I've come in I've opted for a pretzel. So I've gone for a pretzel with 2 pots of cheese sauce, and I think that was $9. It's warm, it smells amazing, and I'm going to tuck in. So the pretzel is still warm, so just about to try that. Cheese sauce is warm as well. Nice big dollop on there. That's nice pretzel. So I've had my rest and enjoyed the pretzel. Now just walking around the Africa bit. Coming up to first, I think, Elephants. Yeah, I can see an elephant in the distance. Over the back there, we've got 5 elephants. There's 3 in the front here, and there's 2 looks like young ones at the back that appear to be playing. Yes, that's quite a lot of elephants actually. You don't normally see this many. You normally see like the odd 1 or 2, but to see 5 is quite interesting. There is literally a rhino. Do you see the side of the fence? It's huge. So there's 1 there, and then 3 others over there. So the rhinos are just asleep at the moment, but there is also 2 more just up there. If you just look between the trees, there's 2 more laying up there, so it's 6 in total. But yeah, being that close to one is pretty cool. I have 2 Red River hogs there that are cuddled up together, not very active. So I wonder how much of that's weather related, because they're cuddled up to each other to keep warm. If you can see that there, just between the trees are 2 rocks basically. They're actually pygmy hippos. So they're both resting. So this is the closest I can get to the hippos. They are both asleep at the moment. I don't blame them. Like big potatoes, aren't they? So if I remember rightly, this is the truck that I saw earlier. So fingers crossed, I'm going to try and get on it. So I'm on the safari vehicle, and it is just me. So I have...
Now let's see who I can see down there. Looks like we have one of our mom and baby duels. It's a little bit hard to tell, but you'll see if I can look right down here. I believe that is Kadogo and little baby boy Maku right up close to us right now. Little baby Maku, whom you're seeing down there, is the latest addition to our rhino family. He is currently 2 years old, soon to be 3. One of the rare occasions we get to see our elephants ever laying down, because they can only do it for up to 20 minutes at a time. Because if they lay down for too long, that would actually crush their body organs underneath their weight. So once those 20 minutes are up, they'll have to stand right back up. And that is how they actually sleep. They'll sleep standing up with their trunks laying flat on the ground, and that is how you'll be able to tell that an elephant is asleep on the ground.
So that was cool. Went round on the little truck. I was the only person on it, so I had my own little VIP tour. So yeah, it was nice. Saw the elephants, saw the rhinos better, clearer. What else did I see? Saw the okapi. Yeah, and a few other bits and pieces. It was nice. Now heading into Australia, which is the last part of the zoo. Then I've done it all, and then I'm going to have another mooch back round to a few bits. So I think this is mostly play area. There is a ride over there, but yeah, I think it's mostly play area. However, there's wallabies here and koalas next to it. So let's go and see the koala first. So koalas, there's 2 in here. You've got one up there, and the other one is literally just, if you can see that, just there. So we've got wallabies in here, but I can only see the one little chap in front of me. And there's a emu over there. He's just hopping around. Look. Oh, there's another one over there. I didn't see him over there. Back around at the panthers, and this time he's sitting up. He's moved from his spot of the sun. He's now just about to lay down under the trees. And here comes the other one. So there is a manatee down there in front of me. So I don't know if you can see this. So on this one it's got painted R6. And I asked the question earlier. It's just like a tattoo. So when they release it, they can identify which manatee it is. And then there's 2 more just under the bridge there. So that's it done. I've covered all the zoo. I've just been watching the manatees for a bit because they're nice and relaxing. I'm going to head back round towards the tigers and the orangutans. There is still another hour until the zoo shuts though. So I say I'm going to head back round now, watch the orangutans, see if the tiger come out at all, and then call it a day. So I have lots of flamingos and a pelican masquerading as a flamingo. Well, there is a few more pelicans over there. I wanted to see the orangutans again, but it appears that they've gone in, which is a shame. But I don't blame them again. As I said earlier, it's been quite cold. So that's me done in the zoo today. It's been a really good day. I got here, as I said, about 11 o'clock I think it was, and it's now 5 o'clock, so I've been here 6 hours. I've done everything that I wanted to do. Obviously a few animals I haven't seen, but they weren't out, so not a lot I can do about that. Just about to wander through the shops and then head out to the car. So I'm back in the car after being in Skechers. Didn't have the ones I want, had a couple of nice ones. Undecided at the moment. Yeah, didn't have the one, or they had the ones I want, but not in my size. So there is another Skechers store, not far from my apartment. My apartment's about 20 minutes from here. I probably won't go there tonight. I'll probably nip down there in the morning just to have a look. now I'm off to Denny's for food because I'm getting hungry. As I say, it's coming up to, what is it? It's just 6:10. So to be honest, I'm probably going to do Denny's, need another Walmart trip, and then back to the room and just chill out because I'm pooped from last night. So I'm in Denny's for dinner, just about to have a look for the menu. Quite hungry now, so I'm going to see what they've got. So they got burgers. That sounds nice, triple juicy burger. They've got comfy classics as well. T-bone steak, tenders, and they've got the handhelds and melts as well. So I've had Superbird before, I've had the brisket melt before. Both very, very good. Decisions. So I've gone for the Superbird, which is ham, bacon and cheese, I want to say, in the sourdough bread with fries. So I am now back in the room. Denny's was okay. Wasn't the best Denny's I've had. There was only me and 2 other people in there. I actually felt a bit rushed. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest. It was okay, edible. Then I popped into Walmart, did a little bit of Walmart, a few last minute bits, a few more breakfasty bits, because I want to start packing in a couple of days. It has actually been a really, really good day. Really enjoyed the zoo. I was a bit dubious about going out because of my knees, but I took it slow. It was good fun. The clouded leopard thing was amazing. I would highly recommend that. For $25, you can't really go wrong. But in general, the zoo was really worth a visit. There was a few bits that were closed that are being refurbed. So yeah, definitely going to go back. But yeah, that's it for tonight. I'm just going to now chill out in the room. So it is 8:30. Tomorrow is another game day. So I have tickets to the Buffalo Sabres tomorrow. I'm going to head down there a bit early. I've got some stuff I need to take back. But I've found an ice hockey sports bar round the corner from the Amalie Arena, so I'm actually going to go there first and get some like a late lunch before nipping round to the arena. So yeah, on that note guys, I will see you in the morning.